Welcome to QNE Software, the GST accounting software for your company. In this video, I will talk about GST payment on imported goods in QNE Optimum. You can find this article by visiting the URL below. Let's begin. Our forwarder will pay our GST tax on behalf of us for all import shipment. Hence, when we match foreign supplier invoices, we do not pay GST to the supplier. We have to key in IM tax code for this supplier, but the tax rate is 0. However, when we pay to forwarder, we need to pay 6% of the foreign bill amount. QNE has a feature that is able to handle this issue. There are two scenarios to handle the imported goods from overseas. We will start off with scenario 1, where we will make payment directly to customs or the forwarder company in payment voucher. I will be purchasing from TechCom. Please select the tax code IM0 when you input the purchase invoice. Please take note that GST will be imposed when we remove the goods from customs, since the overseas supplier is not a Malaysian GST registered company. TechCom cannot charge us for GST and the GST rate is 0. Therefore, we cannot use the tax code IM now. We should use the tax code IM0. When you make the payment to your supplier, you can make payment anytime and is not subjected for GST. However, when we make the payment to the forwarder, we need to pay the GST at the same time, since the forwarder company has already made the GST payment on our behalf. Now, go to General Ledger, Payment Vouchers. We will be paying to Custom Diraja Malaysia. Let's say Custom is charging us RM100. Now click on the GST K1 button. Kindly take note that you have to complete the GL account entry because this payment voucher will not be editable after you completed the GST K1 declaration. Now select TechCom as supplier. Then we will now convert the tax code to IM. Then click on the inquiry button. Now select the document. GST is charged based on the assessed value by customs. There is a possibility that the purchase invoice amount is not the same as assessed value. Therefore, we will have to change the total assessed amount. Remember to fill in the import declaration number. Now click on OK. Note that the payment voucher is now labeled as imported goods. Let's save this and look at the journal for this payment. The input tax from custom charges is 6% of RM100 and the input tax from total assessed amount is 6% of RM3800. As for scenario 2, it is when we haven't made the payment to forwarder company who has paid the GST on behalf of us and they have sent us the bill. Therefore, we will need to enter this transaction in bill entry. Let's begin. Let's first create a purchase invoice. And remember to use the tax code IM0. Here is the GL posting. And once again, take note that there is no GST charges here. Now let's make the payment to the forwarder company. If the forwarder company was set as one of the supplier in the company database, use bill entry for this transaction. If the forwarder company was not set as a supplier, then we will need to use payment voucher, but pay to the forwarder company instead of customs. Now select the supplier code, which is the forwarder company. Enter the item detail for the amount charged by the forwarder company. Click GST K1 from the menu bar and Imported Goods Removed from Customs Control K1 window will appear. Select the purchase invoice supplier code and tax code. Then click on Inquiry. Select the related bill. For the customs assessed value field, this field will be used to calculate the input tax for imported goods, and the system will take the value of the purchase invoice by default. However, users are allowed to change the value for this field. Now fill in the import declaration number. Note that the bill is now labeled as imported goods. Let's save this. And here is the bill entries GL posting. The GST input tax for goods purchased is 6% of 3,800, and the GST input tax for carriage inwards is 6% of 200. So the total payable amount to the forwarder company is RM200 plus RM228 plus RM12. Thank you for watching.